we're happy to be back here. We've been fortunate to be at regionals, I guess, for 4 years in a row, and Oklahoma does a great job putting on this tournament. So really excited just to have this opportunity to be in Oklahoma this weekend, and looking forward to watching our team compete.
Do you guys come in here with any added confidence knowing that in the 2009 Norman Regional, obviously a long time ago, but you kind of upset what was expected? Does that give you guys confidence looking at just the history of the program and your history in Norman?
I think it tells that anything's possible in the tournament. I don't know about any added confidence, because like you said, it was a while back. Obviously a totally different team, but just the aspect of not just us, but any type of mid-major can potentially go in and disrupt a tournament, and that's what we always look to potentially do. Is just try to make teams uncomfortable, and hopefully we can come out there and get to the championship Sunday, and at that point anything's possible.
John McKelvey with Noma Transcript. Darren, what do you think about the pitching staffs in this regional? How does that compare to years past, and how difficult is it for hitters going up to face girls in the circle this week?
Very tough. Oklahoma has, they have 4 really good pitchers. I know really 3 have been throwing for the most part, but probably one of the top staffs in the country. So definitely have a lot of talent there. Tulsa, Watson's a great pitcher. She's done a great job. A lot of strikeouts this year, really good off speed. And in Arkansas, we saw them last year. And I know their pitching's really improved from last year too. So I think it's one of the top pitching probably regions. I haven't had a chance to look at all of them, but when you get to this point, everything's gonna be really difficult. Everybody has strong pitching, and it's something that really, they always say like pitching and defense wins championships. And I think in this regional right here, you're going to see a lot of great pitching.
Knowing the pitching staffs are good, what's your message to your lineup?
Let's just try to touch the ball.
Let's go. This to either of you, how difficult is it facing Paige? If you do face Paige Parker, how difficult is that?
We've seen lots of other really good pitching this year, and like Darren said, we're just trying to touch the ball and not get too far ahead of ourselves and just keep it simple.
Yeah, I think it's a huge challenge, but like Montana said, we've seen lots of really good pitching this year, so we're looking forward to see what we can do.
Jacquelyn, what are your thoughts on just having that small margin of error with all the pitching staffs being really strong? How do you handle that? How do you approach going out to the circle when one run can be a difference?
I think we're just going to go with the same approach that we've been working with this whole year. It's just one pitch at a time. Not trying to look at the batters, but just trying to hit our zones, like throwing the pitches that Darren calls, because he's been doing a good job with that. And yeah, throwing one pitch at a time.
I teach them well. They just did very well.
Darren, you only got one senior on the roster, and she got hurt in March. So a lot of times for teams, the seniors are kind of the rallying cry. That's what you get your team to play for if you've got nothing else. How do you get a group this young with 6 underclassmen in the batting lineup to play as a unit?
Well, we hope we feed off last weekend. We had a good offensive weekend last weekend. Obviously the pitching a little bit different, like we just talked about, but I think it's just for them to stay loose. They have to stay relaxed. This is a great opportunity for them just to, face a team like Oklahoma, potentially Tulsa and Arkansas, and for them to just kind of grow. Like I think Montana or Vanessa had mentioned, we've seen a lot of really good pitching in our preseason with Arizona and Auburn and Minnesota and Florida, and a lot of great pitchers. So I think for them it's just to build off of some of those at-bats they've had in the past, not make this a bigger deal than it is, because it is. We know it is a big deal. It's a region. It's really exciting to be here. But let's kind of do some of the things that we've helped put ourselves in this position that prepared us for this position too.